And it goes into the second part there. So yeah, Battle of Somme, that's a really, really good tune. So it's going to start off, I'll give you the first bar or two here with even maybe without the embellishments to start. And then maybe we'll add those in. So Battle of Somme, great tune. It starts off on a low A. And then from there, we're going to go up to F. And we don't hang on that F very long before we pop up to high A. So to get up to F, we just lift those bottom two fingers of the top hand. And then right away, we're going up to that high A where we're lifting the top finger and we're lifting that thumb off the chanter as well. And you can get to that F with a grace note if you'd like. So to get there with the grace note, we have to lift all the fingers of the top hand. That top finger comes back on, and then we go up to that high A. The high A, we lift the top two fingers and that thumb off the back again. That'd be the slow motion version. And after that high A, we go back to the F, and then we're going to drop down to the D. And to get to that D, you can do a D throw. A D throw from the F, we're going to drop down to the low G. We drop down to the low G by bringing the pinky down and the two fingers of the top hand down. All the holes are covering the chanter, including the thumb on the back. And then we do a grace note with the top finger of the bottom hand. That's the first half of the D throw. Second half of the D throw, we lift up to the C, we lift up to the D. And that's coming from the low G, which we ended the first half of the D throw on. If we put both halves of that D throw together, starting from the F, that's the slow motion version, one more time. And if we speed that up a little bit, and then we're going to do another embellishment on that D. If it's a lot of embellishments right now, you can skip that D throw. And your second embellishment would just be a G grace note. So here's the simple version of what we got so far. And here's the version if we add in that grace note up to the F and that D throw on the D. And then our second embellishment on the D is going to be a doubling, which I'll talk through here in a moment. So here's what we got so far with those embellishments. So when we're holding that D, doing that last embellishment, which is a doubling, or you can make it simple just by doing a grace note with the top finger of the top hand, G grace note. If we're going to do a doubling, our second grace note comes in with the bottom finger of the top hand. So we lift the top finger up and down, lift the bottom finger up and down of that top hand. And let me play that through, and that's probably that's a good place to kind of pause and just work on that, get comfortable with that. And I'll play it nice and slow here. So you hear that comes in again in the second line as well. So whether you're working on the non-embellished version, just kind of getting the tune, finding the holes, enjoying playing the pipes, great. If you're working on the more embellished versions, you know, it might take a little more time, but that's okay. It can really dress up the tune. So either way, have some fun with that, and be sure to let me know how it goes. Do you want to get this tune bagpipe ready? Click on the link below the video to access this tune workshop.